Righto, man. We'll get started. So, hi Mark, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Good to hear. I'd like to welcome you. Say thank you for taking the time to participate in this test. I'm Kyle, and I'm currently studying a diploma of UX and web design with Torrens University. I'm running this session today for a uni assessment where I'm doing some usability testing on a product that I've designed. Is it okay with you if I record this session?
Yeah, absolutely, Carl. More than
Okay.
happy to help.
Yeah, cool. Just for your knowledge, this is the recording's only going to be used for the assessment. It's not going to be published everywhere. It's only going to be available to myself and the lecturer who's going to be marking this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sweet. And then, so first up, I'm just going to run through like a brief outline just on how the session's going to run. It'll go for about 10 minutes. It's just going to start by asking a couple of quick questions about background, mainly to do with, your like sort of tech skills if you're computer based or whatever.
Cool.
And then after those questions, I'm just going to ask you a small series of tasks to perform on the product. After the tasks have been complete, I'd love to hear any questions that you might have, and in particular some feedback about your experience using it. And with your feedback, just honestly try and just feel free to say anything that you like. Like if it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. Like that's what we're trying to sort of work out. Like if there's any bad points of it, that's what we're trying to find today.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. So any questions before we kick off into the first questions?
No, not yet.
No, awesome. Righto. Okay, Mark. So what do you do for a living?
A carpenter.
Beautiful. Like myself. Just chippy by trade as well.
Yeah, nice.
And how often do you use your computer at home?
Oh, I'd say at least every second night, if not more often.
Yeah, awesome. Yep. So you're pretty up to speed with tech
Yeah.
skills and all that stuff. What about buying
I think
anything
so.
online? Are you sort of buy much
I
stuff?
regularly shop online.
Yeah, cool. So you have a good idea of how all the e-commerce stores sort of work anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is similar to what we're using today. So it's basically just for that. So, okay, awesome.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for the answers. So to give you some context on what is being tested, it's just a product or like a page within an online store where you're able to go and you can build a drone. Like you can select parts and build a drone piece by piece. It's
Cool.
still like what we're going to be seeing today is just an early prototype. With a lot of the stuff's not going to be like functional or fully working. So like if you are clicking on some things, or you'll see like some links in the menu that sort of lead to nowhere. So I'll sort of tell you if anything like that occurs. Now moving to some of the set tasks. Before I read them out, I just want you to know it's not a test of any of your abilities. It's like there's no right or wrong answers with any of this stuff either. So just feel free to speak your mind. We're not like testing you out or anything like that. It's just literally to be focused on this and see if we can improve it in areas or if it's actually going to be useful as such.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. And yeah, just take your time, get comfy, no time limits. When you're using the prototype, like say if you're navigating around, can you like just think out loud sort of thing. So if you're moving around through the pages or you're looking at stuff, just sort of, or you're clicking on things, just sort of say what you think is going to sort of happen, just so we can get an idea of what's going on. And yeah. Feel free to ask any questions while you're doing it. Like if there's anything you don't know what it is or if it's confusing, just hit me up and I'll help you out.
Okay,
And
cool.
yeah, again, just some honest feedback. Like feel free to say whatever you like. It's only a prototype, so the whole idea of it is we can change it very easily. There's no don't feel bad to say if it is bad. Yeah, no problem at all. Righto.
Yeah, sweet.
Any other questions? Pretty good. Otherwise,
Yeah, pretty good.
Yep.
There shouldn't be anything in the banner on this first page yet.
no, that's correct, man. It's literally, yep. That's like just sort of a holder as such. So it'll be, for later date, there can be an image there or just like a welcome banner sort of thing to the page. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Just making sure I didn't need a different browser or
That's
anything.
perfect, man. 100%. What you have is it's just like a grayscale sort of
Sweet.
page. Righto. Well, we'll get kicked off with the first start. So the first task is just like a navigational one, and I just want you to try and find the DIY drone builder page.
Okay, no worries. Sweet, so I was in the normal
Easy.
drop-down menu zone. Where I expected it to be.
Cool, cool. Okay, so since you're on that page, the second task that I would like to get you to do is select the frame category and find information on one of the products.
Okay, no worries. 1 second.
Cool, cool. Okay, so that's all good. That's just like placeholder text. So
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
be yeah like a product description when the items are sort of added. So then the next step, I'd just like to get you to add that product to the build.
All right, no worries. 1 second.
Easy.
Sweet.
So just back there too, like when you would, if you go back into the frames, like when you were clicking in there, like you were trying to
Yeah.
click on the image, would
Yeah.
you think you'd be able to sort of click that
Yeah.
point and it sort of
Normally,
take you in to be
yeah,
able to view
yeah.
it?
If I click on the image just next to a product name and it's got the cost and stuff there, and I'd like to get that more information, then I'd go straight there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Um, yeah, instead of having your little side buttons off to the side, like it nearly looks like it should be a clickable button. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, you've already sort of repeated that, like the process. The next task I was going to ask you to do is basically to repeat the process. So if you go back to the to the page, the drone builder page, and then again go back through one of them and find the information on the product. But this time, instead of adding it to the build, just go back and select a different product instead. Yeah, like I said, you already went through that sort of stuff, but that's cool to see that you've managed to sort of even, found your way through there pretty naturally by the look of it.
Yeah. It flows similarly to most
Yeah, so
online stores.
yeah, cool, cool. That's good. Good to hear. And then just the last task is to
Yeah.
navigate to the cart page.
Okay, no worries. 1 second. Oh, that was one click too far.
So that would probably be something to look towards as well. Hey, like no cart in the menu there, where you're sort of trying to look for it.
Well, not so much that. I was looking to get back to the drone builder page from there,
Copy.
just so I can see everything again.
Yep.
I just clicked back too far.
Yep.
That was all that was.
Cool. Okay, man. That's awesome work. That's all the tests that I was
Cool.
sort of getting you to check out.
Cool.
From here, there's only just a few quick questions now, just a bit of like feedback or just a
Fire
sort of
away.
recap to look at it. First question is like, what did you think of the experience like while you were flicking through that builder page?
It was all quite smooth, and the layout was pretty solid. Like it flowed, like I said earlier, it flows quite well like a normal shopping page. But then, as we discussed, sort of when you're looking at the product information, you're trying to pick it, and there's an image there. You tend to want to click on the image, and that be a link to take you to the further information on that product.
Yeah, I know what you mean. 100% makes sense. Instead of having like the buttons that you need to click next to it, when
Yeah,
you could just sort of actually click the product. So
yeah,
that's a
exactly.
good note to make. 100%. That's pretty much exactly what we're trying to find while we're doing it.
Yeah,
Just little things like that, it just makes it more
yeah, yeah,
natural. Like
yeah,
while you're
absolutely.
using it, instead of being like, okay, that's a bit odd, it's a bit off. So
Yeah,
nah, cool.
cool.
Second question. Would you find, say, if you're building a drone, did you find this product helpful?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think something that could make it a bit more helpful is if you pick, or if it gives you a bit of a rundown before you start. So, like, you open the drone build and it says start with a body, and then limits your options for the following components that can
Yeah,
go
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, that makes sense because like with the product too, you nearly have to start from the core of it as well. So
Yeah,
that would be a really good idea actually.
yeah.
Cool. And yeah, and then the last question was, is there anything that you think could be like improved upon, like sort of what you just touched upon?
Yeah, sort of mainly just what we touched base on before with the images becoming links to information. But other than that, no, it flowed really well. The layout was really good. Everything kind of really easy to follow where I expected stuff to go.
Yeah, that's good. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty natural. Nothing was
Yeah,
out of the ordinary there.
yeah.
Awesome.
Wasn't hard to find anything that I was looking for
Yep.
at all.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, well, that's all done. Thank you. So that's the session coming to an end. So yeah, thanks again for taking
No
part
worries.
and helping me with like my uni assessments and stuff like that. And
No
the
worries.
input, like everything that you just said, is it helps a lot. Like just those small things there that you've picked up is going to improve the product and it will help the design sort of process a lot. So thanks again.
Yeah, no worries, Carl.
Cool, man.
Anytime.